Doesn't look to be much left to take, does there? That's worthwhile. Couple of rubber. Couple of cities. I mean, this place, these are garbage places. Resource-wise, I mean, just before anyone watching from these countries gets incredibly offended. Can we get anything else? Go on then, that looks suitable. Do I even want anything else? I do have a thing. I have a Prince of Terror, which increases my non-core manpower. Can I get... No, I can't get that. And I'll just pass. Nobody wants this place over here. Everywhere's garbage. We'll go and get here. I don't know if having a border with... Well, we might want to invade these at some point. We will want to invade these at some point. Afghanistan, Iran. I can attack them without getting into trouble. Plan. Sort of. That's the real life history? Ah, okay. That sounds good. There's been some horrible things going on throughout history. If I do build around here, I can take this without it making a horrible mess of my borders. I could have sworn I saw some oil production in the middle somewhere. It's not showing up on the map. I don't know if that's... I don't know for what reason that is, but it's not there anymore. I would have liked that. The oil would have been nice. Do I want to try and take this? Do I? It would be a nice hop from there over to the United States to invade, wouldn't it? This will be cheap as well, is it? Oh, there you go then, folks. There you go. That's going to make our borders look nicer, right? Apart from that. Okay, this is getting insane now. Actually, can we get this one? I have to try and fill this in. This is an ugly mess. What else is going? This is all going in this side. A little bit of Russia left. Germany's helping itself. Germany... We're going to get more territory than I really expected. I'm just working out how much we can take each turn. It's like nibbling away at it. And then we get these little bits which are dirt cheap. These are dirt cheap. Let's have those. We've got to get this now. We need some points build up for that. Come on. Let me do it. I don't know why that one's worth so much. Is this real time? It is. You can pause the game. This bit, working this out, it's not... this is just the victory celebrations. It's like a big peace conference thing. Looks like I'm not going to get that stuff. Germany always wanted that anyway, so that's okay. We can... Ooh, we would surround British Raj on 3 sides if we do Iran and Afghanistan first. They're not immediate war objectives, and Iran's got a little bit of oil, but it's not something essential. It would allow us in, though. Having said that, it'll be awful terrain to attack through. But, you know, conquests are conquests. We can't be picky. I want that one there. We never have quite enough. Do I want to go more to the sea? I think I'll go more to the sea. See if I can get that. Please. Yep, we'll have that one. They're closing in. Do we go for... Oh, look at this one. There's got to be something there. 707. Don't think any of us can afford that, can we? No, I certainly can't. Okay, we've got to think carefully if we want any more out of this. Not that it really matters. Do I want that? Because it's cheap. There's got to be something there. Military factories, 9. That's why that's there. And there is some aluminium for all it's not showing on the map. Okay. I didn't realise you could actually mouse over and it would tell you what was in there. That's quite good. We'll take that one. Ah, they got it. Oh, it's part of the Soviet Union. This is Germany, surely. We'll see what the map looks like afterwards. So out of these, civilian factories, chromium, just for infrastructure there. Can we get that? And does that leave us with anything? What's the best one out of these? One infrastructure. Chromium. No. We'll have the rubbish one then. There. That must be it. Oh no, we can still go on. I don't know if we'll get any points. Fuel silo. Oil, 70. Why didn't we have this? Damn, it's gone. Okay, done. That's me done. Instead of looking for the symbols on the map, I should have been mousing over. New Mongol Empire was puppeted. We got 44, nearly 45,000 equipment seized. Right, so let's see what the New World Order looks like. Japan. That's not bad. That's not bad, considering what we've come from. Oh, hang on, we need to... I don't want to be on 5 speed, thank you very much. Got the next level of field hospital. Maintenance. This is quite good for some things. Adding on to, like, aggressive divisions, I think. Ghost of Tsushima, such an amazing game. Basically what Assassin's Creed should have been since the reboot. Assassin's Creed, I think, lost the way. With Origins, it turned into what felt like a much more generic feeling RPG. I just recently played through Origins off stream, and after the initial 2 hours, which I thought it looked great, liked the characters, combat seemed interesting. After that, it just for my interest went in like that, and it was just so dull and boring, massively repetitive and generic, and that's the thing that disappointed me. You don't feel like you're either an epic swordsman or an epic assassin. You just feel like every other action RPG ever. So, yeah, it was such a disappointment. I haven't played Odyssey yet. I got that free with an SSD drive shortly after it came out. I wanted the SSD drive, and it just happened to come with a copy of that, but I've never loaded it up to play. I was meant to, but never got around to it. Right, so this has changed the balance quite a bit. We're going to need to get our armies sorted. We're not going to need to go to war with Germany. We should go to war with Afghanistan and Iran. Afghanistan first, because we can power through. So that's what we'll do. It's not a nice border, though, is it? Not a nice border at all. But it's a Soviet theatre still, so we've got 2 divisions. Infantry expert, thank you very much. We'll take that. What about the actual boss? Did he? Yeah, he's got an upgrade too. Oh, right, I need to spend some stuff here. A logistics wizard. Yep. Supplies are always a problem everywhere. Just cancel all orders for this. Cancel your orders, please. You're done. And this guy, look, we've got some seriously good quality troops here. They're weakened, sadly. Everyone's doing quite well, we're happy to say. Now these two, paratroopers or camouflage expert, I don't really want either. But combat air support, we'll take that one. I could wait for something else to become available, but I'm always too impatient. So these 2 units now, they're not needed. They can go back to the British Asia. So let's get this guy over. You just leave the army temporarily. You are going to form this field marshal line. Right, make sure I've got the field marshal selected. Up there. Yep, that's going to move the 2 armies there. That's brilliant. And then this guy can actually rejoin in and just stay where he is. I've never found a way of selecting just 2 armies to form a joint line like that. So that's how I do it. I don't know if there's an easier way. I'm sure someone will know. Can't decide if Assassin's Creed is a sci-fi game or historical RPG or fantasy. I don't know about this Valhalla that's coming out. I'm kind of I've only fully played 2 Assassin's Creed games. There was Black Flag, which was excellent, which had the early Assassin's Creed style combat, which I absolutely loved, and then there's Origins, which felt the exact opposite. The one good thing I'll say about Origins, apart from the fact that the characters likable and the graphics are beautiful, is that they had a lot less of that modern day bullshit in it, where you wake up in modern day plugged into the Matrix and you have to go and then sneak through some offices and get some files and deliver it to... That I hated in Black Flag, and there was a bit of it in Origins, but not so much. So they've gone the right direction with that, in my opinion. But I don't know. I don't know about Valhalla. It feels like it's going to be more generic stuff built on the same sort of engine. If it's anything better than mediocre, I'll be happy and impressed. But I'm not going to be rushing to buy it. I'm definitely going to be waiting to see what other reviewers make of that one. If I get given a free copy, which I sometimes do from games developers and publishers, we shall see. I might play that and stream it. But no, Ghost of Tsushima, probably not pronouncing that right, that looks really good. And that definitely looks like what Assassin's Creed should be. I'll tell you what else is what Assassin's Creed should have been, is Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War. I always thought of that as Lord of the Rings Assassin's Creed. That was good. So, back in the Soviet theatre, we've actually got 3 armies. We're not going to need them. I'll tell you what I will do, though. This is going to work out quite well. We might need to do a lot of infrastructure upgrade, but we can have one on the border with Iran. I probably won't need all these armies for this, you know. We'll see what this does to supply. This might be massively unnecessary. We shall see. And that one is going to be... Whoops. Hang on. We might need to just redraw that a bit. There we go. The conquest of Afghanistan. All to enable the conquest of India at some point in the future. Is that most of our stuff out of there? We've got the cavalry divisions. We lent an army into there, didn't we? From what I called my attacking force. I thought we lent an army up there. Doesn't matter. We certainly don't need the tank divisions, which are now fully trained. Let's go and put these on the coast. Somewhere interesting. And the cavalry. That's not the cavalry. That's the cavalry. We'll put them in... Oh, I don't know. Shanghai. I don't know what their next job is going to be. Not really a fan of the skill trees in Assassin's Creed. Suppose you already start as a relatively established warriors. Well, there is that. It's a weird story. It's kind of a cool idea that you can jump into the memories of someone long dead through accessing their DNA through accessing this weird device. But yeah, if you start to look too deeply at the mechanics then of developing skills and stuff, it kind of falls apart. Best not to think too hard about it. I think it'd be better. I think the whole thing would have been better if you just played that character in that time period and there was none of this modern day nonsense. I don't feel like that adds anything to the story whatsoever. Anyway, select a technology. What are we going into next? We can get the better medium tanks on the go. I'm starting to build those, or will be building those soon. Aircraft. It's too early for aircraft. No, it's not. It's not too early for heavy fighters. We're going to get that going. We are behind with them. We do want those for range. We should have a lot of extra factories and stuff now. Whew. What are we going to do with all this stuff then? We've got extra land out here now. Right. So let's put them into... The Asia Garrisons is full. I guess we start a new Asia Garrisons. Should we call it Russia Garrisons? Put it under here. Better change the colour of that. Nice bright red. And give it some... Whoops! I clicked outside the window there. Give it some doofus in command. The worst one we've got. He'll do. Right, let's railroad those guys into... Where are we going to have to defend? There's a port up here, I know. Actually, how the hell do I get up there? Okay. Transport them to there. And then to there. Not that... I don't think that place really matters. I don't think there's anything on here. There's an island. Go on then. We shall... I don't know why. I can't think of anything more intelligent to do with them. Can't do that. Okay, I've got a naval base there. I could leave them in Vladivostok, I suppose. Let's put... I've got a spare one here as well. I don't know what to do with all these soldiers. I've got more men than I need for the current task. Is there anything I need to garrison? There won't be anything over there. And this is all nice and safe on this border. At least I feel it is. Mongolia should be fine as well. Don't know what to do with all this stuff, folks. There's too many soldiers. Which is the unit I just put in there? Right, railroad into... Well, I mean, I suppose it won't hurt to... Oh, hang on, there's a port here that I've missed. Don't remember seeing that there. That'll do then. So that's okay. Let's get time ticking over whilst we reassign our units. We've got some... Do we need to do any points here? Now we can develop all sorts of things. Oh, develop oil fields. Yes, let's go with that. We'll get that developed. And then we can do... We don't need tungsten, but we can do bauxite and iron and everything else. Good. We should have a nice amount of resources coming in now. So we're extracting 14. We still are importing a lot of oil. That's... Where am I getting my oil from? The United States. And Iran, which funnily enough, we're about to go and take. Okay. Yeah, let's stop this. Because that's... We can lose that by sea. If we get it from... We could get more from Iran, but we're about to conquer that place. Legionary Romania. A lot of convoys. We'd have a land route there, surely. You would think. Well, anyway, we're not going to go to war with them, so let's put 2 in there. And then when we conquer Iran, be when we will, we'll have our own oil supply. Be a bit better anyway, a bit more stable. Oh, I didn't look at the other stuff. We should be okay. So, are we importing aluminium? We don't need to import that anymore because we are extracting 94. So let's click on that. We don't need any. Why are we getting it from the US? Need 68, extracting 94. Oh, hang on. But we're exporting 20. This comes from our puppet, so we're just taking all of that for free. So we don't need to worry about that. Manchukuo have oil. We would get all of that for one factory. Why did I not see that before? 27 units of oil for that. Yes. Legionary Romania, you can go to hell. We're having all of our puppets oil. That's nice. That is really nice. We'll keep the Iran stuff going, because I like to have lots of oil. Rubber. We're not importing anything else. Good. That's looking better. Always import stuff from your puppets. It's free, basically. Well, one factory for everything they have. Right, so military factories. I want to get on top with aircraft again. We're gonna have some carrier naval bombers, tactical bombers. We're looking better at this. I think what we should do is knock this down to 1. And actually, now we've got the facilities to do this, make proper naval bombers, but not the carrier version. Naval Bomber 2, I think that's the best one I can do, is it? Tactical bombers, yeah, the naval stuff, we're just going to drop down. Same with the carrier fighters, actually, because they don't have the range. But we have one factory producing spares, so we will find a use for them. We want at least 5 in there. And the close air support, let's bump that up to 5. And then fighters. We're going to go heavy fighters as well. So we can get away with less of these. Carrier fighters. Close air support. Carrier. Where are we looking? Fighter 2. That's the one we should be having. We don't immediately need as many. Are we off? Okay. We'll try and get 3. And then we're going to try and produce heavy fighters as well. So we still need... We should have got a lot more civilian factories out of that little deal. Bit of infrastructure to rebuild. How's this army doing? We're on the border. Who's struggling? No one's struggling for supplies. That is good news indeed. Let's go straight in for this. We won't take long to justify a war goal. Cabal, send. 130 days, that's okay. We've got time for that. And then as we do that, we can justify against Tehran as well. Get the oil. Alright, so. Things are looking pretty good. Our armies are building. Yeah, we're just going to... This wouldn't be a bad idea. Secure a nice oil supply before we attack this and just get some more flanks into the British Raj. This is going to be a nice, easy one. We should have some new armies built, ready for naval invasions. The Germans don't seem to trust us. We've got a lot of troops on our border. What can we do? We can ask for military access. We can offer military access. We can send an attaché. That might not be a bad idea. Yeah, go on. Let's see what's going on. They will accept. So now we can see... Wow, okay. There's some sort of counter-attack going on in Norway. Maybe the Germans aren't in such a strong position. Now then. Now, this is the time. Japanese settlement. What will that do? Just to add building slots. We don't need to worry about that, I don't think. But this will give us the annex war goals against Dutch East Indies and British Malaya. Let's start that off. All my Marines doing. We've got some big tanks. They're actually nearly at full strength. They'll do really well on the attack. Yeah, clearly the Germans doubt our honour. They will feel the cold steel of our blade. Maybe one day. But first, we have all of the British Empire. And there's a fair chunk of it. We'll get the oil supply first. And then the British Empire will fall. And then this, because this is our way into America. If we can get war with Britain before America gets joined in, and so far they're not, make sure they're not being America's not guaranteeing independence or anything. Yes, it is. Crap. So if I invade Canada, I think that'll trigger a war with America. I can do Australia, though. And New Zealand, as far as I can tell. So we can worry about the Pacific first. And then when we go for Canada, I think that'll be the kicking off point. Who's this? Who's this? Ah, new soldier. Excellent. This is going to be one of my new armies. These aren't the bicycle troops, are they? No, they're not. We better get this guy into training. So far, so good, I think, folks. Our campaign seems to have been working. Going to Asian garrisons because we're going to need more troops down here to garrison the new areas. So I'll fling them over. And I suppose I can put a few of these that are... Like, these can be classified into the Russian garrison. It doesn't matter. It's just purely for me to make space in the armies. Drop them in there. And I don't think these matter too much. I mean, I feel like we're so well entrenched and dug in everywhere that we're sorted. I mean, there's no real threats. The submarines and stuff. We've got good escort and everything. Everything looks pretty good. Everything looks fine. So, at that point, because I didn't want to stream as long today, America isn't stupid. Well, America isn't stupid in war. I see what you said there. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to leave it there for today, I think. We have a plan. We executed the next stage of the war successfully and knocked out the Soviet Union. Italy's still busily fighting down here. So these lot are all busy killing themselves. Slightly concerned. Oh, Italy's knocked this out. Vichy France is back. That's all right. I'm slightly concerned that the Allies have got a good foothold in Norway and the capital as well. So I don't think I need worry too much about it, though. The Germans don't seem to be taking it very seriously by the looks of things. Maybe that's just been a quick sea invasion that's caught the Germans out. They can all cut off very horribly and starve, so who knows? We're not going to worry about that. They can... They really want to use these troops better. I'm not about to attack Germany through there. Maybe ever. But we're going to have this, then this, and then that's when we really get dragged into the war. So we'll secure some basic oil supplies. And then it's going to be tough, I think. It's going to be real tough. So we'll see where we go. Right, but that's been great. It's been great having you guys here today. Welcome to the new followers who found the stream. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow night. Oh, I'll be back with this. This is my weekend game, so I'll be back next Saturday or Sunday. I do upload the replays to my second YouTube channel if you want to follow anything we haven't seen so far. I've got some more replays on there as well. UK and USSR. So this is going to be next weekend. Tomorrow night I'm playing Civ 6, the Ethiopia DLC. I'll be starting late afternoon. I don't have an exact time to kick off yet. We'll see when I get finished with my other what's the word? Commitments. So we'll go with that and we'll try it out. Getting dragged into war, you invaded entire China. Yes, and the entire Soviet Union and everywhere else. I'd say that historically, by 1943, I'm doing better than historical Japan was. Germans are doing better than historical Germany were, to be fair. The British are doing far worse. Italy's doing far better. The Americans are technically doing better than they were historically because they haven't been dragged into a costly and bloody war. So I think that's going to change, though. It annoys me that Italy has that in the middle of it all, but there is nothing we can do. Shall I go to Tibet and say, hey, do you want to join our faction? Invite to faction. I don't think they'll do it. They have zero fascist popularity. Don't think they're that stupid. Anyway, that's me for today. Thanks again, folks. So we shall see you tomorrow night for some Civ 6 and see what I make of that. I haven't played that in a little while, so I'll have to sort of ease back into it. Anyway, it's been fun, so I'll catch you tomorrow. Good night.